Well, hello there, my beautiful fearless ones. So today we're doing a very special video. I am finally going to do my makeup using the Essentials set from Tati brushes. So from Tati Westbrook, she put out some brushes a while ago, and I bought the Essentials set because I just wanted to see like how, not that they're not good quality, but I want to see if they're good quality. I want to see if I like them, if they're good quality, if they work, before I go ahead and buy like all 3 sets or 3 or 4 sets or whatever it is. So I just bought the Essential set, so we're just going to try that first. I'm just going to use this new palette that I got at a local store. Because I haven't tried that out yet and I really just want to use that. So we're going to do that and put some kind of a look together. And what I'm going to do is I will do my makeup on camera, just kind of like I normally do. Probably will fast forward it while I'm doing that, and then we'll come back at the end and I will talk about each brush and give my first impression thoughts. I don't want to say it's a review, because when you're using something for the first time, your thoughts after the first use could be different than after the 10th use, you know? So I try to give products leeway there and make sure that it, you know, that I say first impression, because it is a first impression. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started and hope that the brushes are as good as I expect they are going to be. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is our finished look with the Tati Brushes Essential set. So I just want to talk about this a little bit. So the Essentials set retails for $133, about $19 per brush. It says the Essential set is designed to make every step of your makeup routine intuitive and beautiful. With sustainably crafted handles and cruelty-free fibers, this set delivers precision, performance, and effortless versatility. So we'll go over the brushes and talk about what I think. So the first brush that I used is the ES7 Firm Brow Brush. This is a dual-ended brush, features a firm angled brow brush for precise application of any brow formula, paired with a spoolie to blend and shape for a natural finish. So this brush, I have to say, oh, there's something. Was one of the things coming out of it? I don't know. Something was on there. I have to say, this was super, super soft, very, very easy to apply. Ooh, it's like wiggling a little bit. Is that loose? Yeah, this end is loose. Interesting. Because I've washed this like twice, because I washed it once after I got it, and then before I was able to film, it got knocked on the floor, so I wanted to wash it again, obviously. Since I'm going to be applying product around my eyes, we don't want to risk anything. So it's only been washed twice, and I can already feel that this is loose. So that's not good. Otherwise, I have to say the spoolie works. It's just a regular spoolie. It works just fine. The brush is super, super soft. I don't know if y'all can see. It is a bigger brush, but it's actually like softer. So it's not, some brow brushes, you use them and they're so firm that when you go to like apply the product, if you're not careful, you doink yourself in the eye, it like really hurts. This one is actually, it's firm, but it's also soft. So it wouldn't do that. It really, like, it applies very, very nicely, very, very well. So there's that. Excuse my brows. I don't know what it is going on with me lately, my brows, but that this is not the fault of the brush. The brush is very, very nice. I do like it, except for, the fact that this is loose already. That's not good. Definitely not good for a $19 brush to be washed twice and to be loose. That's not good. But otherwise, I really like it. Okay, so the next brush that I used is the Effortless Crease Brush. This is the ES4. This is a pointed, tapered blending brush. Is designed to blend eyeshadow into the crease for no harsh lines and maximum definition. This brush, I absolutely love. This brush is so much fun to use. It is so soft. Y'all, I really, really... It's not loose, just checking. This is a very, very nice brush. I don't know if you can see. It is tapered. It's a pretty full brush for a blending brush. It blends extremely well. And I did go for more of a natural look today with a pop of green on the bottom. Why, I don't know. I don't know why we did a pop of green on the bottom. That's just kind of what happened with the palette, just the look that I created. This brush, I absolutely love. 150% recommend. So this is the ES4, the Effortless Crease Brush. Good Lord. Definitely recommend. Really, really enjoyed this brush. Could not stop playing with it. Wanted to play with it even more. Didn't want to be done with it. So there's that. And then the next brush that I used is the ES5 Flat Shadow Brush. Flat rounded shadow brush is perfect for packing pigments and shimmers onto the lids. Firm, densely packed fibers pick up and deposit product with control and ease. So I did deposit some shimmers on there. I did take a break to have dinner after I applied that, so that might be why you can't hardly see it. But I also used it to apply on the inner corner. It's very, very nice. I really like this. Like, I just tapped the palette like twice, and it picks up color so nice, and it really is it's so soft. It feels really good. I feel like it applies it very well. It applies shimmers with the intensity of maybe your finger, which sometimes, if you know, you know, sometimes you have to do that with shimmers because applying it with a brush just doesn't do it. You have to get your finger out and get your finger in the shadow and do it. This brush is amazing. This is another one. Not loose. Just, we're going to check all of them probably now. But I really enjoyed this one. Highly recommend. So this is the ES5, the flat shadow brush. Absolutely love it. Very soft. It's a nice bigger brush, so you can get more product on there. It also has, you know, the tapered tip, so I was able to kind of dab. It's not the ideal brush for getting in your inner corners, but I wanted to just use Tati's brushes today. I wanted to not use any other brushes. See if I could do a full face. So that's why, if you were watching and you were like, why is she using this brush for this? That's why. But we made it work. I absolutely love this brush. Not as much as the crease brush, but I really like this one. Highly recommend. All right. Don't know what is on my shirt. Okay. And then the next brush that I used is the ES6. This is the Lash Line Blender brush. Compact rounded brush, offers highly controlled eyeshadow placement along the lash line and crease. Soft, flexible fibers blend product seamlessly. So this one I thought would be perfect for applying underneath the eye and blending it out. It really is. It's so soft. You guys, when I was using this crease brush, I have to say, like, it almost feels like nothing. Like, it really does. It basically, like, it really feels like nothing. This brush is very nice. I really like this brush too. Also not loose, so that's amazing. Yeah, again, this is another one that I highly recommend. If this is something that you use, I feel like you don't have to use it as a lash line blender brush. You could use it to apply anything. You could use it for, you know, your outer corners, stuff like that. You could use it for your inner corner, whatever you wanted to. That's what I chose to use it for today, just to kind of get a feel of it. But I really like this one. Also another one that I highly recommend. Okay, now onto the face brushes, and probably the brush that, well, the brushes that you're most curious about. So the first brush that I used is the ES2. This is the Precision Foundation Brush. Ultra thin fan-shaped paddle end allows for controlled application across the entire face. Ideal for applying a light layer of moisturizer or foundation, or for picking up product from the back of your hand or a mixing palette. The innovative hexagon-shaped buffing end is designed for targeted placement, blending, and buffing, using both at the top of the domed head and all 6 sides. I'm sorry, I usually wear glasses. I don't have my glasses on, so excuse that. So this is the ES2, the Precision Foundation Brush. I have to say, you know, painting the foundation on, I was really eager to try that because I have never done that before. Excuse me, mascara, get off my face. So it's not something that I am extremely used to. Is it something that I will do more from now on? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think this could be even like a contour. You could use it for a contour. You could place highlighter with it. I mean, she even says you could use to apply moisturizer. You could use it to apply your face primer, like the primer that I'm using right now. It comes in a little pot. You could use that to apply your face primer. So I do think it's a technique that I'm going to definitely try more often, because I think it did better than what I thought it was going to be. I have to say, I had serious doubts, and I'm not disappointed with it. I'm not disappointed with it. And then once I layered the foundation on and kind of blended it out with this side, then I went in with the buffing side. Kind of just buffed everything out. I also used this end for the bronzer and the blush, which, you know, I hope it's showing up, because like I did put some on, and I'm always like, I don't know if it's dark enough or not, because I feel like either I do it too light or it's too dark. You know, that's there's no like in between. There's no like perfect level for me. But I feel it blended everything out smoothly. Like it blended so, so well. So I definitely think that if you were to use this, like, you know, exclusively for your, even just for your foundation or whatever, I think it would do really, really good. Obviously more powders than liquids, but I did use a liquid foundation and I did, you know, blend that out pretty well too. And obviously the liquid I used, I shouldn't say with powders, I used a liquid bronzer and a liquid blush. It blended it out very, very well, you guys. Like, and if it blends liquids out really, really good, usually it'll also blend powders out, in my experience. So this is a very, very nice brush. Neither end is loose, so that's amazing. So again, this is the ES2 Precision Foundation Brush. I really like this brush. I'm gonna have to, you know, keep playing with it a little bit as far as this end, because this is just new to me. If you use this all the time, you use like this, or not necessarily this specific brush, but you know, any brush that's like this and apply your foundation like that, then, you know, kudos to you. But I don't, so I'm gonna have to work on that. But I really, really like this brush. Definitely recommend. All right, and then the next brush that we used, this is the ES3, the Focused Face Brush. Compact tapered brush is ideal for any precise complexion powder application, while its pointed tip offers added precision and control for targeted areas. Medium density, flexible fibers allow for seamless layering of powders without disturbing the base makeup beneath. I have to say that's completely accurate. I used this to apply my under eye powder, and then I used it to apply my highlighter, and it worked very, very well. Sometimes I have to say, you know, when I apply bronzer or blush, sometimes I get concerned that maybe it's wiping the foundation away. None of these brushes did that, which was incredibly surprising. But this one, obviously it's so, so soft. Even with this foundation brush, it's firm, but it's incredibly soft. They're all soft. Like I can't stress that enough. I can't believe how soft they are, how like good quality they are. This one's not loose, so I don't know what's going on with that brow brush, but it needs to get its life together. But yeah, I used this for the under eye, and then I used it for my highlighter, which I don't think it's very good as a highlighter brush, just because it's not, it's like more dense than what you would want for a highlighter, in my personal opinion. You can use it, obviously, because I did, but other brushes I've had more success with the highlighter. However, it did apply it, it did blend it out. Like, I didn't have any issues with that, with applying my under eye powder, which is also a powder foundation. It did very, very well. So I have no complaints about this brush. Absolutely, really, really like this brush. Can't wait to continue playing with it. Do definitely recommend. Okay, so the last brush that we're going to talk about is the ES1. This is a large powder brush. Large tapered brush is ideal for any all-over complexion powder application, while the pointed tip provides added precision for targeted areas. Medium density, flexible fibers allow for seamless layering of powders without disturbing the base makeup beneath. So for this one, I used this one for, not loose, so that's good, my setting powder. And I have to say, again, it's so incredibly soft. I felt like that it went around and did a very good job. Got a lot of coverage, a lot of area, which is what you want in a setting brush, a setting powder brush, which this is a powder brush, not necessarily a setting powder, but a brush that you use for your setting powder, you want it to get a good area of your face. You don't want to take little brushes and like go all over your face. That's why most setting brushes are bigger brushes. So I think that this would be a good brush to like blend out your bronzer, blush. You know, if you're somebody who puts everything on and kind of blends it all together at once, I think this could be a tool for that. I really like this brush. It's just enjoyable, honestly, to feel it. It's very, very soft. It's almost like nothing. You know what I mean? It's not like other brushes where it's You can definitely feel it, but I definitely highly recommend this brush. So with that said, this whole set retails for $133. I don't think that that's a bad deal at all at $19 a brush. I do have issues with this, the brow brush and the end being loose. That's really not good. So not that Tati or any of her team will ever see this video, but that's really not good. After 2 washes, that's not good. That's not for a longevity of a brush, in my experience. So I still recommend it. Like, I think if you can afford it, I don't think that these are brushes that you need to, because they do have like payment plans offered on here. I don't know that I think that, you know, if you don't have the money for it, that you need to invest in it and you need to be like making payments on it. I don't think it's that important. I think you can find brushes that do, you know, an equal job, or, you know, a pretty good job in comparison to this, and you know, for less, if that's what you need. But if you can't afford it, then yes, I do highly recommend this. With that being said, because I liked all these brushes, I will hopefully be able to get my hands on the rest of the brush sets, even though I do not need them. I am overrun with brushes as it is, but there are some that I need to throw away because they are broken, shedding, whatever. But I definitely recommend. I really enjoyed these brushes. I think it's a good investment if you're somebody that does makeup a lot, or, you know, I don't know. If you want to make makeup application easier, these are definitely the brushes for you. Everything blended very, very nicely. You don't have to like go in repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. Of course, I did with some of the brushes because it just feels good. I'm sorry, but it just, especially this crease brush, we really like it. So yeah, that's my first impression thoughts. I'm going to continue to use these and let y'all know what I think. As far as the brow brush and how to fix loose brushes, there are videos all over YouTube. But one thing that I know, I actually have some Mod Podge, and you actually pull it apart, you dip the end in there, and then you kind of, you know, put it together and you leave it set for, I don't know, like a week or 2 weeks, something like that. Which is not great when you want to use it, but it's supposed to hold the brush back together. So if you are experiencing that with any makeup brushes that you have, there is a solution to it. If you don't want to throw it away, if you can't afford to throw it away, I feel you. So there are solutions to that, so don't be afraid to look that up if you're having that issue. But let me know if you grabbed the Tati brush essentials set, what you thought, what you thought, if I can talk, what you thought of it. Let me know if you grabbed any of the other brush sets that she had, and if you used them, what you think of them, what you like, what you didn't like, all of the things. If you've had issues, not necessarily issues with customer service, but if you've had any issues with an order and you've had to reach out to customer service, let us know what that interaction was like, because I know customer service is a big issue. You know, it's very important to have good customer service, and I know a lot of companies really don't, and they should. So I'm very curious if anybody has had a problem and had it quickly resolved, or if you've had to fight to get it resolved, as it is with some companies. So let me know all the things in the comments below. I will, as always, include a full list of everything I used for this look in the description box below, as well as in the description box of every single one of my videos is a link to my website, beautifullyfearless.com, which has a link to my Instagram. So please go over there and go follow me over on the Instagram. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video, because you never know what kind of content's going to pop up over here on this channel. I thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all very, very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!